Broadcasting from the basement of La Penta, it's WICR.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Sports Vault Jersey. Joe Archino back here. And after the weekend, I don't think there's anything that hit harder than Real Madrid's victory at the Camp Nou over FC Barcelona. And this, of course, Barcelona couldn't have had more confidence coming into this match. They thrashed Real Madrid 4-0 at the Bernabeu earlier in the season. They're on a 39-match unbeaten streak, and just overall, Real Madrid didn't have the most confidence coming into this game. I think when you look at the biggest game that Zinedine Zidane has coached as the new manager of Real Madrid, it was against Atletico Madrid, and we certainly saw the way that went, and he was outcoached massively by Diego Simeone, but the implications would have suggested this would have been an easy one for Barcelona. But whenever it seems too easy, I think we always learn, and it repeats itself, it never is. And certainly Barcelona had their chances, and they did not convert on those chances. And that's something so uncharacteristic of them because really, if you look at world football, there isn't a model better than what Barcelona has. And what Barcelona really does so well is they don't miss out on their opportunities. Yeah, sometimes they do, like anyone, but for the most part, they convert on all of their opportunities, and that's something in this game that just did not go their way. And of course, whenever you have two legendary players like Messi and like Ronaldo, they're both going to have their moments, and of course, it was Ronaldo's moment in that one as he scored the winning goal for his side, and we've seen Messi certainly do that many times for Real Madrid. We've seen Ronaldo do it to the other team many times. It's why we're so lucky to live in this era, because we get to experience the just incredible displays of just pure skill of these two legends, and there's no question in the world. It's really like getting to watch LeBron and Jordan during the same time. That's how lucky we are to live in this era. But I think everyone now, the question after El Clasico now turns to, well, is this it for Barcelona? Is this kind of the moment that will dethrone and dethrottle an overall incredible season? And I just don't see that happening because I think, look, has there been a lot of down moments this season for Barcelona? No, there hasn't. They've really been almost flawless the entire year. But there's always going to be a little bit of a hiccup in your year, and they still have a 7-point lead over Real Madrid during this season, and it's still possible Real Madrid could make something happen. But based on the one word, consistency, I don't think you will see that happen because, yeah, Barcelona loses this game, but overall, they've been the most consistent team in the world, and I don't think there's any question that they will get back to that because sometimes you have a loss like this, and it's just kind of a reminder that what you have to keep on working towards because in some ways, it might even be good for Barcelona to lose this game. And some people say, well, that's nuts. How could it be good to lose to your eternal rival? This is the match that means more than any other, but you've got to keep your eye on the prize because Barcelona had been blowing by everybody. And to defend their treble, they're going to face some more stiff competition. In the Champions League, just in these next few days, we're going to see Barcelona take on Atletico Madrid, which is always a really, really difficult opponent for them. And it's not going to get any easier against a Bayern Munich and everyone else. And to stay sharp, to stay committed, and to stay focused, I think something like this isn't the end of the world, and Luis Enrique certainly had his things to say about the team, still saying that they're on track to win the title and everything else, and they most certainly are, but I look at this loss, and I think to a point, it might be kind of the call they need to stay focused, to re-energize for the final push to defend all their major trophies, because they're still in position to win them all. I still think they've built such a competitive advantage over everyone else in La Liga that they're going to be fine in that competition. Where they're going to really still face challenges is in the Champions League, because the Champions League, the opponents that are left really are going to cause problems to anyone. Atletico Madrid last year, Barcelona got a little bit of a easier break with their final 8 draw, but now I think we look at it and they've got a much tougher draw. Whenever they play Diego Simeone, he's always trying to throw a new type of game plan at them. The second time they played this season, we saw his team really try to play Barcelona physical. It worked for about 30 minutes, and then Barcelona just did what they do all year, and they ended up winning that one. But now the confidence is shaken a bit. I mean, it's hard not to see it shaken a bit, but at the same time, I think it helps them stay focused because Bayern Munich, for all intents and purposes, has the chance to beat Barcelona if they face them at any point in the Champions League. But I think with this loss, with the adjustments that they'll learn to make and being refocused, I think will help them dramatically. And certainly all the trophies are still in plain sight, and I do still pick them to win the treble, to win the Champions League title, to win the La Liga title, and then of course there's Copa del Rey. But it certainly was a moment desperately needed for Real Madrid. If you ask the question who needed that victory more, it was certainly Real Madrid, because for most likely they will not win the La Liga trophy. The Champions League trophy is the only thing that I think they have the best shot at, but more than anything, it looks very difficult for them to still win that La Liga title because it's a competitive league. Outside of the top three, there's nobody who's at the same level of Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid and Barcelona, but there's a lot of heck of a good teams out there that are always going to give you problems. I think for that reason alone, they're going to have too much trouble winning that title. But the Champions League is still there. A win like this for them, it gives Zidane confidence. I think more than anyone, he's the guy who needed this to kind of give him the belief in himself, because he was massively outcoached against the best coach he's faced off against so far this year in Diego Simeone. Now he faces Luis Enrique, his side on a 39-match unbeaten streak, his side really showing no vulnerability, and he's able to get it done at their own place. For him, it was huge, but I think the advantages, the disadvantages, there's still a lot on both sides, but at the end of the day, it's a tough, temporary loss for Barcelona, but it helps them stay refocused, and it helps them for their final push, and they still win the treble. But until then, Jersey Joe Archino here with the Sports Fault. You can follow me on Twitter at Joe Archino and on Instagram, Jersey_Joe_Archino, and I'll see everybody next time.